Welcome, family and friends. We are gathered together today to express our love, respect and admiration for Elizabeth Jane McInnes, who was born on the 11th of July 1966 and passed from this life on the 10th of February 2026 at just 59 years of age. Although we are here to pay our last respects, give honour and to mourn our loved one, we also must importantly celebrate her life. My name is Frances Powell and it's my solemn privilege to welcome you here on behalf of the staff of Just Cremations. Before we continue, could I remind you to please have your mobile phones on silent? Thank you. Today we want to acknowledge Liz's family, Matt, Tegan, Sarah, sadly deceased, Jordan, Nish, Rebecca, precious grandchildren Harvey, Hayden, Harley, Hunter and Savannah, and last but not least, brothers Stuart and Duncan. On behalf of Liz's family, I'd like to thank you for attending this service. Your presence here today honours her memory. Sadly though, life has brought us to this moment far too soon, and we must farewell our loved one, and we may find ourselves experiencing strong and even conflicting emotions. Of course we grieve. Our loved one has been a constant in our life even when we're apart. In their death, they take a piece of us with them. Maybe there are things we wish were different, things we wish we had said or done, or things left unsaid and undone. And although we can't undo the past, with time, we can make peace with it. There'll also be joy and gratitude as we take strength and comfort from the memories of our loved one. Helen Keller encourages us with these words: what we have once enjoyed, we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes part of us. I'm sure there'll always be a place in your hearts for Liz, a place she will never be forgotten. Just as a flower buds and blooms then fades, so life is a process of budding and blooming and inevitably ending. But we don't dwell on the fading of those flowers. Rather, we remember their beauty and fragrance. And so with Liz, although in this moment you experience her loss very keenly, it's the beauty of her life and love that will live on in your hearts. So may the sorrow you feel be tinged with the fragrance of joy as you remember Liz's life and the love that you shared. I'd just like to read the tributes now on behalf of the family. I'm Rebecca McInnes, Elizabeth's daughter. This is my message to her. Hi Mum, I miss you in ways that break me every single day. I am so grateful for the love you gave me. The words keep moving, the world keeps moving, but I still feel your strength guiding me. I walk forward carrying your memory in my heart, You were my safe place, my best friend, and I love you always until we meet again. This is from Matt. Mum may not have raised me, but she showered her love in the ways that mattered, especially through her grandchildren. Hayden and Harvey were her pride and joy. She loved being there for their footy and basketball games, sitting on the sidelines, watching every play, sharing in their wins and their lessons. She didn't need the spotlight. She was just happy to be there, quietly proud. She loved being part of their world. The boys could always count on Nana turning up with a crisp $100 note for every milestone or special event in their lives, no matter how big or small. That was her tradition. And it always came with a big hug, a kiss, and that unmistakable musky perfume that only a Nana could wear. You knew when she'd arrived, and you knew you were loved. There's one moment that sums her up perfectly. In 2021, at Harvey and Hayden's primary school sports carnival, Mum decided to make her way down a wet hill. Coordination was never her strongest quality, and the hill won. She slipped, nearly snapped her ankle, and ended up on the ground in pain. But even lying there, she was still focused on the boys. She made sure she got the photos of them standing on the winner's podium. That mattered more to her than the pain. Only after she had captured the moment, secured the memory, did she hobble back to her car and drive herself straight to emergency. That was Mum. The memory came first, the family came first, always. She loved the simple things too, swimming in the pool, sitting around at a barbecue, and various Christmases surrounded by family. Those ordinary days, the laughs around the table, the splashing in the water, the noise and the chaos of our family life, those were her happy places. And while Mum and I didn't share the traditional family path, I'll always be grateful that my boys got to know her. They got to feel her pride, they got to experience her showing up, they got to have a regular old Nana who celebrated them, supported them, and made them feel important. That is a gift that will stay with them forever. Mum, thank you for loving us the way you did. Thank you for showing up, even when it meant sliding down a wet hill. Thank you for the hugs, the perfume smothering, the laughter, the photos, and the crisp $100 notes that became part of your signature. We will miss you deeply. But every time the boys step up onto a court or a field, every time we gather for a barbecue, every Christmas morning, you will be there with us, and you will always be their Nana, forever loved, forever remembered. Love, Matt, Tegan, Hayden, and Harvey. This is from Jordan. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here to celebrate my mum, Elizabeth. Mum was many things: strong, stubborn, loving, hilarious, and above all, she was real. She loved her music loud. If Pink was playing through the house or Eminem was blasting from her speaker, you knew Mum was in her element. Music wasn't just sound to her, it was feeling, it was power, it was therapy. And I'll never forget the times I'd catch her, headphones in, absolutely belting out a song, recording herself like she was auditioning for the X Factor, completely lost in it, no shame, just pure joy. And of course I'd film it on my phone. Those are the memories I'll treasure forever. Now I have to tell you about the first time I took Mum for a burnout in my car. I don't think she knew what she was getting into, but when those tyres started spinning, she wasn't scared. She was clapping, screaming, cheering me on like I'd just won the Summernats. She had the best time of her life. You would have thought she was on a roller coaster. That was Mum, fearless when it came to fun. She had opinions about everything too, especially dating advice. Some of the things she would say to me, with absolute confidence, would leave me shocked, laughing, and slightly traumatised all at once. She didn't believe in awkward conversations, she believed in honesty. And let's just say, she was very detailed in her advice. She'd share stories about her own wild younger days too, saying things like, I used to swing from the chandeliers. And she'd say it so casually, like that was just normal behaviour. That was Mum, unfiltered, open, never boring. Then there were the everyday battles in our house. She hated the smell of the stinky poos I'd leave in the toilet, absolutely hated it. You'd hear her from down the hallway, "Jordan, you effing stink," and I'd just pretend I didn't know what she was talking about. And then were the dishes. After dinner, without fail, "Geordie, do the dishes." I hated it. So sometimes I'd purposely not wash them properly just to try and get out of doing them next time. Never worked. She'd check them every time. Those arguments over dishes, those silly little fights, those everyday annoyances, I would give anything to have them back, because underneath all of it, it was love. And beyond the laughter, the music, the burnouts, the dishes, there was her strength. Elizabeth wasn't perfect. She was human. She was honest. She was brave. She was beautifully, unapologetically herself. My mum was a fighter. She battled addiction and she won. For over 10 years she chose recovery, 10 years of strength, 10 years of showing others that change is possible. Through Narcotics Anonymous and Facebook groups, she helped people find their way out of darkness. She gave hope because she had lived it. She turned her pain into purpose. And if there was one thing that truly lit her up, it was her grandkids, Hayden, Harvey, Sophia, Eva, Cruz, Harley, Hunter and Savannah. She loved you so fiercely. She bragged about you constantly. You were her pride, her joy, her reason to keep pushing forward. That love lives on in you. To the world she was Elizabeth. To many she was a friend, a sponsor, a supporter. To us she was Mum. She was Nana, my iced coffee queen, my Tim Tam and ice cream partner at night, my loud music in the kitchen, my brutally honest advice giver, my biggest cheerleader, especially during burnouts. Today hurts more than words can explain, but when I hear Pink on the radio, when I smell cigarette smoke in the distance, when I grab an iced coffee, when I open a packet of Tim Tams, when I see her grandkids laughing, I will see her. Mum, thank you for the laughter, for the chaos, for the strength, for the love. We will carry you with us in music, in recovery, in cheeky humour, and in every single dish we argue about washing. I hope truly you're at peace now with Dad, Sarah, your mum and your dad. Make sure you save a seat for us up there for when it's my turn. We love you always, Geordie. Our sympathy is with each and every one of you during this difficult and sad time. Words cannot possibly convey how you all must feel, but we trust that you'll draw a measure of strength and comfort from the love of your family and friends. Passing of a loved one or a good friend are very sad yet unavoidable moments in life's journey. Something, unfortunately, we all must endure, hopefully only a handful of times during our given days on earth. Nevertheless, death is a sign of a life lived. What remains after death is a legacy, the impact and memories imprinted on the hearts and minds of those Liz has left behind. I'm sure that each of you gathered here today have precious memories of Liz, memories that can't be erased by death nor time. Memories that have impacted upon your lives and contributed to forming some into the person you are today. It is said that a picture paints 1,000 words, and we now have the opportunity to continue to remember Liz's life through a photographic tribute. Thanks, Georgie.
Is that everything I'm sick, but I'm pretty. Breathing, and what it all boils down to is that now I'm trying to figure it out just yet. But I got one hand in my pocket, and the other one is playing at the end. And what it all comes down to, my friends, yeah, is that everything is just fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I got one hand in my pocket, and the other one is having a taxi cab.
Lots of lovely memories. We now have the opportunity to remember and reflect personally in a few moments of quiet. You are invited to come forward and place a sprig of rosemary, which represents remembrance, on Mrs. Coffin, and lay a hand of farewell if you like. If it's in keeping with your beliefs, you may like to use this time to silently pray, or you may prefer to sit quietly and reflect on Mrs. life. I'll get the first rose to come out first of all, and then once they're seated, everybody else can just follow. Thank you. I was her, she was me, we were one, we were free. It felt somebody calling me on. She's the one. If there's somebody calling me on, she's the one. We were young, we were wrong, we will fight all around. If there's somebody calling me on, she's the one. When you get to where you wanna go, and you know the things you wanna know, yeah. Smiling. When you say what you wanna say, and you know the way you wanna be, yeah. You be so high, you be for the sea will be strong. I know we'll carry on. 'Cause if there's somebody calling me on, she's the one. If there's somebody calling me on, she's the one. When you get to where you wanna go, and you know the things you wanna know, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Family and friends, we come now to the committal, the time where we commit Liz's body to be cremated and her memory to your keeping. Each of you will remember good times spent together with Liz and times you struggled and searched together. May your memories deepen your understanding and appreciation of her. If it's comfortable to do so, could you please be upstanding? Liz, tenderly, reverently, and with respect, we commit your body to nature's keeping, but your memory to the hearts of all you loved. We are grateful for your life and honour your memory. We are glad we saw your face and felt the pressure of your hand. We bid you farewell with heavy hearts, but cherish the memories of your words, your deeds, and your character, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. Rest now at the end of your days. Your work is done, and rest in the hearts and minds of all you love. You may be seated. We leave the memory of Liz in peace. We grieve her loss, but have gratitude for her life. With enduring love and respect, we bid farewell. May you find strength and example in her life. May you find comfort from one another, and may you find peace in your hearts. Family and friends, this concludes our service, but before we go through to the condolence lounge, if you would like to come forward and write a message on Liz's coffin and then make your way through to the lounge, we'll just clear the flowers off before you come up, and then if you like to just come and then you can make your way out to the condolence lounge afterwards.
Thank you.
Never met you before.
Sure you heard about it.
Oh, they're nice. They're all good things.
Thanks guys, much appreciated. Everybody?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
I think it was a nice service. You alright? You alright? Okay.
Beautiful words from both of you.
Thank you.
Families are funny, aren't they?